So what's up, guys? It's Aiko Kirike again, your favorite rental property pro in Houston, Texas. And today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of the best strategies for purchasing multi-unit rental properties in Houston, Texas today. Okay? And this one is really going to be very useful to our first-time home buyers, our VA home buyers, and also our regular investors. Okay, so stick with me to the end of the video and I'll share some of those strategies. And I'll also show you guys a property, a brand new construction fourplex that will just use this strategy to acquire. All right, I'm going to share that with you guys here in a minute. But before we do that, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, click that subscription button so that you can get all of our videos whenever we post them. And it also really helps us when you subscribe to our videos, like our videos, and share our videos. So please take a minute to do that, okay? So you guys already know I'm a very big fan of multi-unit, especially duplexes. I like duplexes better than single families because obviously duplexes generate more cash flow. And I'm speaking from a landlord standpoint. Duplexes generate more cash flow. 2 doors is better than 1 door. So if you're going to get any rental property, please do not get a single family home when you can get a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex. Okay, duplex is just that sweet spot between single family home and multi-units, like 5 units, 10 units, and up. Because for a lot of tenants that want a little bit of exclusivity, a little bit of privacy, that don't want to share too much space, but can't also afford single family homes, duplexes usually is very ideal because they get to have their own private backyard, they get to have their own driveway. So if you're like a family that have little kids, a duplex is usually very ideal. Okay, so whether you're a landlord trying to rent them out, or if you're trying to live on one side, you usually can still maintain some sense of privacy and exclusivity in your units with a duplex, while also maximizing your cash flow. Okay, but you can also get a triplex if your DTI can carry, debt to income ratio. They're usually a little bit more expensive for a comparable triplex, or the best, you can get a fourplex. Okay, so for our first-time home buyers using an FHA loan, our VA home buyers using a VA loan, even our doctors using the doctor loan with 0 down payments. If you're going to buy any rental property, please don't make the mistake of buying a single family home. Get you a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex, depending on what your debt to income ratio can carry. But of course, the absolute best would be a fourplex if you can get that. Okay, and for a lot of tenants, the only concern with a duplex, oh, I don't want to share a wall with somebody else. It's better than sharing a wall with 10 other tenants in a multi-unit apartment complex. But some people might still say, I don't want to share a wall with one tenant, okay? And especially in a duplex or a triplex or fourplex, even though they still offer some level of exclusivity and privacy. But we found a way to actually purchase these kind of properties in a way that offers you just as much privacy and exclusivity as a single family home. So what we've been doing recently is we've been able to find multiple single family homes, 2 single family homes that are right next to each other, and then we merge them together, merge the tax ID, and then purchase them as a duplex. And the one we just did recently, 4 single family homes, brand new construction single family homes right next to each other, and then we're able to merge the tax ID under one parcel, and then we purchase them as a fourplex. Okay, you can do this with 2 single family homes, merge them and buy them as a duplex, 3 single family homes, merge them and buy them as a triplex, or 4 single family homes, merge them and buy them as a fourplex. This is a very good strategy because what it does a couple of things for you. It helps to lower your acquisition cost because you get to pay one origination cost or one funding fee if you're using a VA loan, okay, which tends to be lower than if you were to purchase all those single family homes individually. So that's number one. It keeps your acquisition cost relatively lower, okay? And by doing that, that also maximizes your cash flow because the less money you spend acquiring the property, then obviously the more cash flow you would get because that increases your margin, your spread. Okay, so that increases your margin, your cash flow every month, okay? And then of course, the third one is when you buy with that strategy, you tend to maximize your long-term equity, the long-term value of the property, because typically when investors come to appraise that property, it's not typical that they will find 4 single-family homes or 3 single-family homes, whatever the case may be, or 2 single-family homes that were merged and purchased under one transaction, under one tax ID as one multi-unit property. So they might not be able to find comparables, such comparables in that immediate area, because it's not typical, it's not common, okay? What they will now have to do most likely is to compare each single family home to a comparable single family home and get the value that way. And when they start comparing, getting the value from a comparable single family homes individually, let's say you bought a 4-plex, okay, 4 single family homes, they will have to compare each of them individually to other single family homes in that area. When they do that 4 times, the overall value they come up with, because they do that individually and then they add the total value of those 4 homes. The total value they arrive at typically will be much higher than if the properties were merged together as a regular 4-plex under one roof and appraised as a 4-plex. So that's kind of a way to buy it low, but also be able to sell it much higher, especially when you're about to sell it and the appraiser is having a hard time finding 4 single family homes that were merged together as a 4-plex, because it's not typical. It's not easy to find that. Typically, you would just have to appraise each individual home and appraise them that way. But in reality, those properties are actually merged together and purchased as a 4-plex. So that is a strategy we'll find has been working really, really well. We've been able to lower our acquisition cost for our clients using that strategy, and we've been able to maximize their cash flow using that strategy. And also, we're pretty confident that over time, over the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years, the value of that property will be much, much higher because of that strategy. And there's another value to that, another useful benefit to doing that. Also, when you're ready to sell the property, let's say you bought 4 single family homes that you merged under one tax ID and bought as a 4-plex. If you didn't want to sell the 4 properties, okay, let's say you just want to sell 1 of them, or you just want to sell 4 of them, or 2 of them, or just 3 of them and keep 1, or you just want to maybe sell 2 and keep 2. You can actually decouple those 4 properties that you merged together. You can basically just reverse a tax ID that you merged and then create individual tax IDs for all 4 of them, and then sell 1 or 2 or 3, however many you want to sell, and keep the other. So it's easier to decouple those 4 properties, keep some for yourself, and sell the remaining if you decided to sell some of it. And that's much, much easier to do than if you were to buy a 4-plex that's under one roof and that is together as a single structure, okay? So this is a strategy that's been working really, really well. And just about anybody can use this strategy. You can use this if you're a veteran with your VA loan to get these rental properties. You can use this if you're a first-time home buyer using your FHA loan, all right? You can use this if you're using a conventional loan as an investor. Anybody can use this strategy to maximize the value of the multi-unit properties they're getting from duplex, triplex, or 4-plex, and also increase and maximize their cash flow, okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys, and also I want to show you guys this property that we did that strategy on. It was a 4 single-family homes right next to each other, and we came in, we merged the parcels together under one tax ID, and we're able to buy them as a 4-plex, and I'm going to show you guys that. But before I do that, please, again, one more time, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, hit that subscription button, like our videos, share them. It really, really helps us so we can keep bringing you guys this kind of strategies and this kind of videos. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this property that we just put under contract as a 4-plex. It's 4 individual single-family homes. We came in, we merged the tax IDs, and we're buying them as a 4-plex. So guys, I wanted to show you this 4-plex that we recently put under contract. This is actually closing in about a week, okay? What you're looking at is 2 single-family homes, okay? And then there's 2 more single-family homes around this corner on the other streets that we merged together and we're buying them as a fourplex. They are all on a contiguous parcel of land, so we're able to merge them together as a fourplex. So this is something that you can do all day, like these two now that are facing each other, okay, that you're looking at right next to each other. You can merge them together, buy them as a duplex if that's what your DTI can carry or debt to income ratio can carry, or you can add these two to this other two on this side of the street and buy them as a fourplex, just like this particular client is doing now. And we're going to be closing this next week as a fourplex. So these other two here, all right, okay, so we merged these two and the two on that other street, and we purchased, I'll put them under contract as a fourplex. Okay, so this is something you can do all day, either with a VA loan or with FHA loan as a primary residence. If you're a first-time home buyer, you can do this all day. This usually is very, very helpful because it helps to keep your acquisition cost low, because you only get to pay one funding fee if you're using a VA loan, or one closing cost, or one origination fee, and all of that helps to keep your acquisition cost low and ultimately increase or maximize your cash flow. All right, so the units are all the same, the finishes are all the same, because they're all built by the same builder, so everything is about the same on the interior. So I'm just going to show you guys this unit on my right, okay, so you can get an idea what it looks like. But again, we merged these two single family homes in addition to the other two that you're looking at on the other street together, and we're purchasing them as a fourplex. They are all on a contiguous parcel of land, as you can see. Contiguous meaning the lands are right next to each other there, so we're able to merge them together under one tax ID and purchase the 4 properties as a fourplex. And you can do that either as a fourplex, or you can buy 2 as a duplex, depending on what your debt to income ratio can carry. But as soon as you walk in here, as you can see, in front of you is the half bath. On my left is the living area, okay, and then on my right here is 2-car garage. Okay, this is a full-blown single family home, but after we close on this deal, this will be part of a fourplex. Okay, but the tenants will never know that it's actually a fourplex. All they know is that they are living in a single family home, but on paper they're actually a fourplex. So this is a half bath of, as you can see, quartz countertop, gold plumbing fixtures, white cabinetry with gold handles. All right, and then you come in here. This is the floor actually is water resistant vinyl plank. Okay, and this is the living area. Okay, 4 huge windows, 2 double doors, that lets in a lot of natural light. Okay, and this is the kitchen. Okay, again, quartz countertop, white cabinetry, gold handles, your dishwasher with sink with gold plumbing fixtures. So let me go ahead and show you guys the second floor where all the bedrooms are at. So the living area is just the kitchen, living area, half bath, and the 2-car garage on the first floor. And then on the second floor, you have all the bedrooms and 1 game room. Okay, so once you come up the second floor, you land in the game room. Okay, very high ceiling. This feels like at least a 16-foot ceiling. All right, almost floor to ceiling windows with a lot of natural light. On my right, okay, the primary suite. On my right, I'll show you guys that in a bit. But on my left, it's 2 more bedrooms. Okay, let me close this. I think this is the utility room. Okay, real quick, full-size washer dryer. All right, but here is 1 room, and here is another room. So 2 rooms to my left here. Okay, and then they both share this bathroom, you know, Jack and Jill kind of setup. Okay, that's 1 room, and then this is the bathroom that these 2 bedrooms would share. Okay, with a tub and a commode. All right, so let me go around across this hallway and then show you guys. Again, of course, the game room is to my left, okay? And the primary suite right in front of me. So good sized bedroom, okay? 2 windows, glass door, natural light. And I believe that's a balcony actually. So the balcony here in the primary bedroom. All right. And then here is the primary bathroom. Okay, double vanities, quartz countertop, white cabinetry, gold handles, tile flooring. That's your standalone bathtub, okay, and then a walk-in shower, okay, in the primary. So the finishes, the layout, the floor plan, it's about the same in all the 4 single-family homes, okay. This property is very close to downtown. It's about 10 minutes. I think you might actually be able to see, depending on where you're standing on, you might be able to see downtown skyline from this window in the game room. I don't know if you can see that. It's all the way down there. All right, so about 10 minutes from downtown. Each unit will rent for about $2,500 minimum, all the way to $2,800 minimum for each unit. Okay, our mortgage on this property, after we did we priced out the loan, okay, came out to about $7,600. So $7,600 in mortgage, that's PITI, and then about $2,500 to $2,800 in rent from each unit. You could easily be cash flowing about $2,400 to $3,600 from these 4 units. Okay, so pretty good cash flow on this property, and we're able to achieve that by merging them together, keeping our acquisition cost low, and then maximizing our cash flow. All right, this is a strategy you can use with a VA loan, or you can use it as a first-time home buyer with FHA loan, or any of the low down payment acquisition strategies. All right, and I wanted to show you guys this.